Hello everybody, I would like to welcome you all to the first ever video for this YouTube channel, EKJC. My name is Eniola, most of my friends call me E, and this is, like I said, my first video, so I hope you enjoy it. What I would actually, I guess I should probably talk a little bit about what the channel's about. This channel is going to be about, I guess, anything that I just feel like talking about, video games, movies, any topic that entertains me or anything that off the top of my head. And if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, I'll talk about it. Now, the EKJC, the name of the channel, like I said, my name is Eniola. That's what the E stands for. The K stands for my friend Kendall. The J stands for my friend James, and the C stands for my friend Carl. Now, this is going to be our channel, so I'm not going to be the only one who pops up. My other friends will be here soon, so my job was to make the channel. Kendall is a music artist, a rapper, so he's going to be presenting his music sometimes, and he's pretty good, so I think y'all will enjoy him. My friend James, he's a gamer, just like me. We both like to play games. We'll talk about video games or whatever. And my friend Carl, well, he's Mexican, so yeah, that should be fun. Yeah, he's a cool dude. So hopefully we could bring something new to YouTube that, well, we probably can't. I doubt it, but hopefully we can make this experience fun for y'all and help us build our channel, get some subscriptions, stuff like that. Alright, and I actually want to talk about me and the channel in another video, because there's something I want to talk about for a while, and it's actually about Man of Steel. Yes, the movie Man of Steel. And I just want to talk a little bit about the reviews it's been getting and how I felt about it. So let me just get right off the bat. I love this movie. Okay? I thought it was enjoyable. I don't see how it's not enjoyable. It's freaking Superman. But whatever, okay? I loved it. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was a fun movie. Yes, it has some flaws, and yes, I have acknowledged those flaws. But regardless, okay, those flaws are not something that would kill the movie for me. Killed it for a lot of other people, definitely the critics, but not for me, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I'm going to start with what I liked about it, okay? Things I thought made the movie very good, or awesome. I thought the beginning of Krypton, like, we've never seen Krypton like that ever. Even if it's for the first 30 minutes and it gets blown up, like, we've never really seen Krypton like that. And I thought Jor-El was freaking beast. Okay, who has ever called Jor-El a beast? Okay, probably all the time people ever think Jor-El was cool was in the comics with, they actually showed his last moments of Krypton. But I thought in this movie, Russell Crowe was the freaking man right there. Okay, he did his thing. He played Jor-El out well. Krypton was awesome. Zod was awesome. Okay, I liked Michael Shannon. The only other movie I've actually seen him in was I forgot that movie with the bicycle where they got Jordan Levitt. I honestly can't remember what the movie was called, but he was funny as hell in that movie, even though he died. Yeah. But regardless, I thought he did a great job in this movie. And I thought he did a great job of making a sympathetic Zod, not just some comic book megalomaniac. I want to take over the world because I can, and I hate you, Zod, so I hate your son as well. And I thought he did a good job of portraying a sympathetic Zod to a certain extent. He was still an asshole, but, I thought even, Laura Von... How do I say her name? Laura Von L, Jor-El's wife. I thought she even did a pretty good job. She didn't overplay her role. She played the motherly part. She did her thing. I thought that was awesome. I thought her actress did a good job. For Aura Al, she was the beast. She was freaking awesome. Like, just awesome like that. Like, dang. Her fight scenes, even though she didn't have much dialogue, her scenes was just... I think she gained a lot of fans with this movie. Like, the actress, I mean. Even the character gained a lot of fans because she was just beast in this movie. Okay, what else did I like about it? I like the characters. I think they all portrayed it well. Even Lois Lane, Amy Adams. I don't really watch Amy Adams films or movies or whatever, but I thought in this movie she did a great job because she does Lois Lane the same way Erica Durant did Lois Lane, and that was she was everywhere. That is what Lois is supposed to do. Okay, Lois pops up everywhere. Okay, she's literally if they told her don't go outside, it's raining acid. She would sprint through it if there's a story on the other end of wherever the heck she's going. Okay, that she did a good job. She was everywhere. Ma and Pa Kent, I think they didn't overplay their parts. Kevin Costner played the fatherly role perfectly. Like, and you see him develop in a way in the movie I don't think anyone else did. Like when he tells his son, who's now Clark, that someday you have to keep yourself a secret. I think he mostly did that because he just didn't want the world to take his son away from him. Like, come on now. If your son can do special things, first thing the government's gonna do is they're gonna run up in your house and be like, give us the kid. He didn't want that. He didn't want his son to go through it, so he wants his son to keep it secret. And I think Kevin Costner did a really good job of portraying that role. What else did I like about it, other than Krypton, which I thought was magnificent? I like the story. I love the pace of the movie because let's be honest. If you've watched Smallville, you've seen enough growing up from Clark Kent. Okay, you've seen enough development, and I thought the flashbacks in the movie were perfect. I thought they were great. The way they did the flashbacks, I thought letting it go piece by piece would fit in with the situation he was currently in. I thought that was great. Okay, I don't want to see Clark Kent grow up again. I saw it in Superman, the Christopher Reeve movie. I saw it there. I saw it in Smallville. I honestly didn't want to see it again, and they condensed it in a way where you're like, okay, he's been through some stuff, and especially when he was a kid and he was seeing the X-ray, you could see through people and see through the door. Like, come on now, how much more do you need? You saw why he is the man that he is now, and I just thought it was great. I don't see how anyone cannot follow the pace. Seriously, I just watched the movie again today in 3D to make sure that to just understand what people didn't like about the pacing, and I followed it perfectly. One scene led to another. It only had the flashback to correspond to how he felt right then. Okay, and like I just don't get what people's problem with the pacing was. Okay, I didn't feel like it was too fast. In fact, I felt like the entire time from when Clark landed on Earth all the way to when Jor-El showed up, that pacing was perfect. Okay, it didn't feel too fast. It didn't feel like they were trying to rush anything. And I feel like you got the points. If you didn't get the point, then maybe you should just go watch Smallville. If you just didn't get that. Henry Cavill, I think he did a great job as Superman. Okay, he wasn't trying to overplay his part. He wasn't trying to be Christopher Reeve like Brandon Routh, even though Brandon Routh was pretty cool. I don't fault him for Superman Returns and why that movie bored me. That's a story for another day. But I think Henry Cavill is his own Superman. He made his own, he's his own Superman now, and he can't really say, oh, he's trying to be like this person. He's trying to be like, no. This is the modern Superman, okay? And people say he was too angsty, too dark. This is how you know people don't know anything about Superman. This is how you know they've never read his comics. Okay, this is I won't say young because he's like, what, 33 in this movie? But this is an inexperienced Clark Kent who has been traveling the world doing good little by little, trying to help people. And I think he did a great job. And I think Henry Cavill did a great job of portraying that. What else? Okay, like I could see him being the modern Superman. Let's be honest. Let's just keep him for a while, okay? What else? I love the action. I thought the action, like the first, like from the parts when Clark landed on Earth and he had all the emotional stuff to when Zod first showed up. As much as I love those parts, those little scenes, I was really hoping for some action, and when the action came, it was awesome. Okay, it was the best action I've seen in movies since what? DBZ? Nah, I mean, I don't know, like, it wasn't your traditional martial arts action. It was, of course, CGI action, but it was awesome. Okay, it was pretty cool, and I thought they did a pretty fantastic job of blending, the characters with the CGI. And the fighting was just awesome, especially for Owe when she hit those soldiers. She was like that was cool. That was freaking awesome. I love the action. The only unnecessary action I believe, and probably the reason why most people are saying too much action, is the little tentacle fight that he had. They could have completely done with that altogether. Okay, like they probably thought, you know what? I feel like there isn't enough action right now. Okay, and they just added that part. That they could have completely done with that. Create another reason why, you know, that Superman was having trouble getting to it. Maybe have him fight 2 other Kryptonians. Maybe not. Probably not. You know, or just make it that the atmosphere was making it too hard for him to do it, and he had to muster up all the strength just to destroy it. Like, I feel like that's what they could have done. But you know, other than that, I thought the fight with the Kryptonians, the fight with Zod was pretty cool. I thought it was just flat out awesome. And seriously, I've already seen this movie like what 5 times already, and it just still gets me how it just looks so good. And the fights didn't draw out too much, and I kept my attention on the screen the entire time. Okay, so and those are things I like about it. I like the story too. You know, they changed the concept, and people are saying, you know, the whole growing humans is kind of like the Matrix. But let's be honest, who cares? Okay, who really cares? It had a plot. I followed the plot. If you couldn't follow the plot in this movie, watch it again. That's all I can say, because I followed it all perfectly. I don't see how anyone couldn't. This movie is one of the best looking movies I've ever seen. It's beautiful, and I'm almost running out of time, but it is a visually appealing movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm getting the Blu-ray. I would suggest you get the Blu-ray too if you haven't seen it. And for those of you who are going to see this movie with the expectations, don't. Okay, don't go into this movie with any expectations of seeing the Christopher Reeve, Donner film type movies. Don't do that at all, okay? Because those are what the critics were expecting. This is what a lot of people were expecting. Okay, don't go into this film expecting. This is not a Superman film. Let me say that. This is a Clark Kent Kal-El film. Okay, hence Man of Steel, not Superman. They probably knew what they were doing. Okay, this is Clark Kent, Kal-El, not a Superman film. Okay, don't go in there saying, "Ooh, I want to see Superman." No. Nope. Superman. Okay, he's not in this film. This is Kal-El and Clark Kent. All right. And I don't know if I should make another video about explaining the things people didn't like us. Trust me, I understand that it has problems. It's not a perfect movie. But unfortunately, I've already seen it 5 times, so that must just be the fan. And I'm a huge Superman fanboy, okay? So I'm not defending this movie because I am one, because clearly I thought Superman Returns was boring. And I don't blame Brandon Routh. I think it was just a script he was given. They took Superman way out of character, him stalking women, stealing women, and you know, I have a son. Nah, I'm not gonna take care of him. She got that. You know, so I think that's what happened. I can explain why I just didn't like that movie at all. Why it bored me. And trust me, I'm a huge Superman fan. And that was just not Superman. If you read the comics, you would know that was not Superman at all. So, yeah. Well, maybe you read the modern comics, and I do read the modern comics. I read the New 52. So I think I'm somewhat of an not even an expert. I'm never gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all like that. I'm not an expert at all. But I enjoyed the film, man. Anyone who has way too much. I think everyone just has their own version of Superman. This was Zack Snyder's version. So yeah, like I'm gonna address why the people didn't like it, and I understand why some people didn't like it. I'm going to address that in another video after this, but this is just an introductory video to the type of things to expect. And after I do the video about explaining why people didn't like it and whatnot, then I'll probably get to the real introduction video for this channel as to, you know, about me, my friends, and what I do. So, thank you very much and enjoy.